we still work together in this beautiful web of life to create better vitality for themselves and for people around them. So it's you know how when the rain drops and there are circles, so all these groups are like these raindrops that finally spread around and teach each other, support each other, help each other. So I'm learning from these people, and I'm also sharing what I know, so teaching from my experience, because I've been doing it for more than 20 years on 3 different continents, so being very curious person, I accumulated a huge box of tools that I use for myself, and these tools work for people who want to be healthy. Some of them I just don't want to be sick anymore. They don't agree to have diabetes for the rest of their lives, or heart problems or cancers. Some people want to achieve better athletic results or raise healthier children. They want to make their house and their backyard that is safe and healthy. So that's what we create. We do the digital detox programs and house detox programs, and even what I call the self-brainwashing. We do a lot of cleansing. So everything that is too much in your life, creates this toxicity. So we get rid of it. That is the number 1 out of the 3 components of this vitality. So when you feel that something is too much, let go and minimize the input. Mm-hmm. Then the second part is the opposite. When you see that something is missing, something that is lacking in your vitality, you need to understand what it is. Maybe you need better food. Maybe you need a better circle of people around you. Maybe you need some intellectual knowledge. So whatever is missing, you nourish yourself, you bring it in. Maybe it's self-love. A lot of people don't have this self-empathy and self-love, self-acceptance. That is also can be an area of nourishment. And then the last one, number 3, principle of vitality is to find the areas of stagnation, right? So if the water doesn't move, it becomes stinky. Right? Stagnant water. So our cells also are full of water. If there is no good circulation, if you're not moving, you're not breathing, you're not, changing your programming mentally, or you have stuck emotions, or your gut is stagnant, it's called constipation. So, any kind of stagnation, you need to identify and restore the flow. Restore the movement. So I call this system 3x3. Mm-hmm. So what is 3x3? Is detox, nourish, and flow in the areas of body, mind, and spirit. And that is kind of universal, but it's also very, very personal. Because in different times of your life, you can have different deficiencies, you can have different toxicities. Maybe you have toxic people around you, a toxic job. Then you need to detox it out. Maybe you are stuck somewhere, even emotionally. Okay, when you recognize it, let it go. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So this is what we do with all my, what I would call tribes or teams. So it's not one team, it's many. And I welcome invitations to participate in other people's projects. And it's like, use me as the resource. I love sharing. I want to learn from you and share with you. So yeah, I'm very excited that you were also talking about it and, inviting me to co-create something. I would love to do it together.
What are the three different continents during your experience during 20 years? Three continents?
Yes, it's Europe, Northern America, and Asia.
Asia, yeah.
Yeah, so in Europe, it's various countries with more traditional Western practices. So it's naturopathy, it's homeopathy, is traditional Western herbology. It's all sorts of body work that I learned mostly in two languages, in Russian and in Italian. And then I lived in US for around 5 years. And I learned from traditional naturopaths there. I took some pre-med courses in universities to, really go in depth into anatomy and physiology and chemistry and biology and all that stuff, because I don't want to be able to speak only the language of, rainbows and energy centers. I want to be able to read the science and simplify it for my clients so that we can speak any language that is appropriate, right? So we can talk about double-blinded, randomized, placebo-controlled trials, or we can talk about the wisdom of grandma, right? And actually, science is just catching up with the grandma and explains why what she suggested works. So I joke a lot that I just tell you exactly what your grandmother suggested, but now I do it with authority and with fancy Latin names.
Yeah, okay. I think when we start talking now is to expand many things so that make I think that there are so many topics because you are someone I would like to call the transdisciplinary person.
If you educate one person, you can change a life. But if you educate many, you can change the world.